And welcome into Bon Appetit Extraordinaire. And why do I say extraordinaire? Because Bon Appetit means good eating, good food, bon. But how about eating something that tastes good and can be basically even be good for you? Well, the way that works is cooking with herbs. And we have our experts here today, Fred and Barbara Muenzmay. They have Eagles Roost Herb Farm, which is located near Rockford, Alabama. But I want to say not real near, because my wife and I went up and had a wonderful afternoon with Fred and Barbara not too long ago, and they are out in the sticks.
Thank you very much.
Amen.
Nice, rural, peaceful
Yes,
living.
yes. And what's interesting is all their neighbors watch Time of Your Life.
Right,
Okay,
that's
and
true.
when I got lost and didn't know where I was going, I went in there and he says, "You're the Time of Your Life guy, and you're looking for Fred. I saw you and Fred on the show here a couple of weeks ago." So today, Barbara, we're going to be doing a
Tomato pie.
tomato pie, ooh,
And
which can be eaten for breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
right, and with a green salad, you got it.
That's right.
You got a meal.
You've got an
You
entree.
got a meal.
There you
Absolutely.
go.
And with the tomato season coming on, I mean, our tomatoes are still a little green, but they'll be here, they'll be ripe soon. We're going to put together a tomato pie, starting with a crust.
Okay, Barbara's going to give the instructions, and
Yes.
Fred, you are going to put it all together.
I am.
And this is a slightly baked, about 5 minutes, crust, pie crust. And then we put some sliced tomatoes.
There's a
That-
trick to that, though, before you put those sliced tomatoes in there.
You drain them. That's why the paper towel.
Uh-huh.
And it's 3 or 4 medium tomatoes, depending on the size of the tomato.
We're going to overlap them slightly,
Okay.
and we're not going to be stingy.
Good. Because tomatoes are so good for us.
Yes.
Well, the tomato has the second or third highest lycopene content next to watermelon, which is one of the great antioxidant cancer fighters.
That's right.
So most folks tend to eat tomatoes the way they were brought up. Some Germans use sugar.
Put the sugar on the tomato.
They put the sugar on the tomato.
My grandmother,
Right.
my grandmother
my
did
grandfather
Huh.
did
that.
too.
And she put sugar on grits.
And then, and then you have those folks who were taught about vinegar because,
Right.
again, have an ounce of vinegar each day is excellent for digestion. Well, what do you think, dear?
That's
I
enough.
think you got plenty. Yes.
All right.
All right, next.
And then we have 3 teaspoons of chopped basil. Basil.
Okay.
Now, here's
Basil,
great
and
stuff.
basil is the herb that it does 2 things. It gives it wonderful taste, and it's good for you.
Right.
And we are now learning from research that basil is also an antioxidant. And this has just come out recently because the more you cut it, the more you expose the oils, the easier it is for the plant to give. So when we cut these, we normally use simple scissors. Instead of banging them down, you just cut the herb in any way you want to.
So antioxidants.
An antioxidant as well.
Okay.
And again, there's so much more that we're learning about these herbs, whether it be basil or Vietnamese coriander. They're there to do something for us.
Right.
That's because God created them. They're natural. And He told us, I have put everything you need right here
Absolutely,
on this
right
earth.
on the earth.
Right.
And they grow with very little care.
They
Okay,
do.
what's
Okay.
next?
Tomatoes.
Tomatoes, I got them.
Onions.
I mean onions.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can put more tomatoes on it.
That would be fine with
And
me.
this is just a regular old onion, right?
Yeah, this is a white one, but you could use yellow. And now I understand
How
the
about
vidalias.
Vidalia?
They're out now.
Oh, yes.
They're out in the market.
And they're good for you because they're part of the garlic family. So onions are excellent for you.
And then we have the cheeses, 1 cup of mozzarella.
Just show what that looks
Now
like.
we've got
Yep.
2 minutes.
Okay.
This is fun to have a husband and wife cooking together. I like this.
And we're not arguing.
I know. Hey, ladies, there's hope.
And then,
Yes.
then a cup of mayo.
We're using Hellman's mayo, but just, again, just so it is mayonnaise.
Yeah, we're okay with brand names here. You can say whatever you like. Some
not
people say,
pushing
oh,
it.
got to cover up the brand name. No, don't worry about it.
Okay. Stir.
Okay. So what we're doing is just gently getting these so we have a nice.
So this is really between the cheese and the mayo is where you're getting any fat in this. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
You
you
got
could
oil and
use
egg
light.
You
and
could
the
use
mayo.
low-fat
Mayo,
cheese
yeah,
and
low-fat.
low-fat. Yes, we use the light mayo at home. Okay, now that goes on top, and then the bacon bits.
Oh my goodness, I could eat that just as is.
Hmm.
Oh. So you had the cheeses that you used. Let's go back over that.
Okay.
Cheddar.
Cheddar.
And then you had a mix
Of mozzarella and jack, and yeah,
Okay,
it
okay.
just came in a package
Okay.
together.
Okay. And actually, if you have a particular kind of cheese,
So then you're going to just
You can use
smoothly
it.
cover this. Of course, we're going to have this recipe available for you.
Yes.
You just call 277-5000, and so you want the tomato pie recipe, and we'll make sure we get that for you.
beautiful, Fred. You're good.
Well, you know, it's like icing a cake, only I'm a little drooling here. And I get the benefit of the fragrance that our lovely
Sure.
audience doesn't get to.
Oh, I know.
And
I
now
know.
we
Smell
have
that.
bacon bits, Chief. Sometimes I call them Chief.
These are real bacon bits.
Good for
Real
you.
meaning
Good.
that we took bacon
Good.
strips, cooked them down.
Good.
And the reason being is because this is a processed cheese that is going to allow this bacon to actually get flavor into the topping.
And again, it's not some fast processed
Okay.
artificial.
And then you put it in the oven for how long?
40 minutes at
40
350.
minutes, and Barbara, if you'll show the finished product, that's our
Yes.
finished product.
There it is.
If you want to buy herbs, you need to call ahead because they're not open all the time. However, during the summer, you're going to be up in Alexander City on Saturdays
Yes.
in the morning at their farmers market in Alexander City. You can buy herbs then, and of course, at that point, taste one of Fred's famous fried pies.
Yes.
And enjoy the tomato pie, and we'll be right back right after this.